Stalin songs, you know you can't hear that in one night. So what we're going to do, we're going to sort of take out some of the most outstanding ones and some of them that we sort of keep doing and we know that you would love. So tonight is a very special night. This one for you. So the trends are broke and they say that reset and jamming. A sort of foreign countries, yes, we start migrating. We lose faith in the country, they say we gone down the drain. They say no more, but we see happy times again. For the will to recover in my people, I have confidence. Although many may seem to feel that I'm talking nonsense, but the majority of us decide we're not going to run, because now is the time for showing patriotism. Why our country facing its darkest hour, and our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, I tell you one little thing that I want we always remember. What we could make it if we just a little harder. If we just give one more try, life would be much sweeter. From the time Trinity analyzed, that's what was the problem. Yes, we start making very positive moves to solve them. We fire the old settlement, it just we can't walk in. And it's a new troop, we went and we bring in. What's the require them new managers not supplying? When election time come back wrong, it's new ones we bring in. But if it's one thing about my people, I could guarantee that they would never ever put party before country. And the country facing its darkest hour, and our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, one little thing that I want we all sing together. When the treasury was full and happy times, someone enjoying. They said move back and laugh until poor people was living. But how the treasury broke and the country come back to square one. Poor people remain on the same old ghetto in John. But look at we economy return to take on some footing. It's the same for people 10 days and cold as they're taking. And without social unrest for people paying the price. Because they know for the country nothing so much to sacrifice. Why our country facing its darkest hour, and our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, one little thing that I want you always remember. We could make it if we try. Just a little harder now. If we just give one more try, life would be much sweeter. Anytime that you hear that your country facing a crisis, as loyal citizens, it's our duty to stay and assist. For we know to ourselves there could never become a day when our debts, though we country, we can't repay. No want to go could go, I have no objection. But while outside I want you to have some consideration that your country of birth is in its worst day in history. And we must do what we can, regardless where we may be. Why our country facing its dark peace. Put your hands together and welcome the black Stalinism. But we must keep going. I feel the pain. Yes, we keep holding strength, but we must keep fighting. Regardless of how it comes, we just can't surrender. We gotta keep working towards a better future. We will never be always down and keep fighting to stay off the ground. You must remember, all day would come. While we appreciate the little life got to give, we must think positive and think more positive. Look on the brighter side, look on the brighter side, because I see a silver lining behind the gray cloud we're passing. Look on the bright side, look on the bright side, for the bright side is there. The journey may be long, and you keep falling down, but you must keep standing. As though we commit a crime, and we keep stopping time, but we must keep fighting. Remember they say that nothing lasts forever. One day is for the slave, one day for the master. So always keep your courage up. Don't allow confidence to drop. One day we'll be right there on top. While we appreciate the little life got to give, regardless what's the hurt, we must think positive. Look on the brighter side, look on the brighter side, because I see a silver lining behind the gray cloud we're passing. Look on the bright side, look on the bright, for the bright side is where the big boy love you.
In my father's house, there are many mansions. If it wasn't so, I would have told you. Oh, yeah. Walking in the footsteps of the Lord. I wake up in the morning, and before I eat my bread, brother man, I get on my knees and I give the praise. The day was not so moving, but before I go to bed, brother man, I get on my knees and I give the praise. 'Cause things could have been so different if you didn't love me. Love me. I say things could have been so very different if you didn't love me. Job in my house, no man can break it down. Job in my house, no man can break it down. I say, job in my house, nobody can break it down. Job The weather keep on changing in a funny kind of way, but I get on my knees and I give Jah praise. When and what is coming, the weatherman can't say. Still I get on my knees and I give Jah praise. 'Cause things could have been so crucial if Jah didn't love me. I say things could have been so very brutal if Jah didn't love me. Jah build my house, no man can break it down. I say Jah build my house, nobody can break it down. Jah build my house, no man can break it down, no way. Jah build my house.
And good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Wherever you're listening locally, regionally, internationally, we say a special good night to you. Yes.
Nobody can break it down. Jealous people, stop your mama guy. Jah watch over right. Jah build my house, no man could break it down. I say,
Let me say a special good night to the listeners via We Noise Radio
Jah build
and One Soca Radio,
my house,
broadcasting out there in Brooklyn.
nobody can tear it down, no way.
Let's say a special good night to all the listeners via the various networks.
Jah build it.
You know, I like this one. I had to take this one from up on the top, you know. Yeah. I had to take that one from up top, yeah.
In my father's house, there are many mansions. If it wasn't so, I would have told you. Oh, yeah. Walking in the footsteps of the Lord. I wake up in the morning, and before I eat my bread, brother man, I get on my knees and I give Jah praise. The day was not so moving, but before I go to bed, brother man, I get on my knees and I give Jah praise. 'Cause things could have been so different if Jah didn't
Folks, remember to like and share the live.
love me.
Like and share the live. We say a special good night to those of you joining us via the YouTube, those of you joining us via the Facebook. We're going to do a quick roll call in a short.
Love me. I say things could have been so very different if Jah didn't love me. Jah build my house, no man can break it down.
Wait,
Jah build
buddy, good night to both of you.
my house, no man can break it down. I say Jah build my house, nobody can break it down. Jah build my house, no man can break it down. Wicked people, make no sense you try. Jah watch over right. Jah build my house, no man can break it down, no way. Jah build my house, nobody can break it down. I say Jah build it, Jah build my house. On solid rock I stand. Oh, my Father, oh Lord, they can break it down.
Now, somebody asked me to speak about West Indies cricket. No. I try to avoid traumatic experiences.
The weather keep on changing in a funny kind of way, but I get on my knees and I give Jah praise. When and what is coming, the weatherman can't say. Still I get on my knees and I give Jah praise. 'Cause things could have been so crucial if Jah didn't love me. I say things could have been so very brutal if Jah didn't love me. Jah build my house, no man can break it down. I say Jah build my house, nobody can break it down. Jah build my house, no
Reverend Cox, good night to you. Teresa Collymore,
man break it down, no way. Jah build my house,
Nesta Sinclair, Merrill George. Yeah.
nobody can break it down. Jealous people, stop.
Antonito Peters, Gillian Prescott, Cynthia Collins, Shirley Lacroix, Sherry Lambert, Mags Courtney, Etta Batiste, John Mark, Leslie James, Harold Bonaparte, Sharman Ragba Singh, Lynn Joseph, Yvonne Courtney, Ingrid Bourne, all of you joining us via the
Your
Facebook.
mama guy,
All of you just joining us via the Facebook.
Jah watch
Remember to like and share.
over right. Jah build my house, no man could break it down. I say Jah build my house, nobody can tear it down, no way.
Let me also say a special good night to all of you joining us via sorry, via YouTube, yeah? Chris London, the answer to your question is Wade, the same guy that calls in every now and again. Yeah, Wade. Oh, Lord. Chris London, good night to you. Joan Henry, Maureen Samuel, Cynthia Bartholomew, Sherma Jeremiah, Shrajan John, McLean Mitchell, Bernadette Joseph, Deborah Flanders, Glenda Francis John, Jefferson Hagley, Sherma Alexander, Alcy Peters. Hey, Kayla, good night. Nice. Ron Julian, Stephanie John, Good Life, Antonito, Olive Mitchell, Sherma Jeremiah, Risa Pope, let me see, Jacket Man, good night, man. Christine Otley, and let me see who's there. Amanda Moses, good night to you. Maud Martin, Anne-Marie Grant, Hilary Joseph, Cicely Celestine, Veronica Alexander, Hilary Joseph, Gavin Thomas, Jerome Lewis, Clive Raymond, Red Girl Pascal, Patsy Frank, Andra Burke, Velma Pascal, Dolores Reddit, Ashma Charles, Brother Adrian Watts, and the lovely Mrs. Watts. And Brother Watts, thank you for your donation. Yeah, Brother Watts has donated towards the Friday night program. I ain't see the rest of all you joining him. Yeah, he donated $5. Let me see who else is joining him on the live. Kathleen Knights, John Stafford, Debbie Seals, Lola Williams. Good night to you. Dennis Sandy, Roslyn Jones, Agnes Henry, Rodney Barry, Faitlin Hallie Douglas, Agatha Williams, Listra Abraham, Claude Abraham, Ruth Thomas, Kathleen Ledlow, Dalton Strawn, Francis George, and the first person to post tonight, Vanessa Lalji. Good night to each and every one of you. I hope that you all are having a fabulous night tonight.
On solid rock I stand. I try my best to live up and to do what Jaja say. So I get on my knees.
Also, folks, we're trying to get a hard drive. Yeah, we're running out of space with the programs and so. And our clips and so, yeah, we're running out of space. So we need a hard drive. So anybody wants to help us get the hard drive, please contact me via the WhatsApp. Send a message and I will get in contact with you afterwards. But we do need to get a hard drive. The hard drive we're seeking to get is going to cost us a little under 400 US, yeah? We're looking at 20 terabytes at least. So we're trying to get that. Anybody willing to donate it, please let me know. Tell her, that's my theme song, and I don't play it every night, but that's my theme song, you know. The King Man himself, Ron Julian and upstairs, I'm not sure I said goodnight to you. Angel Map, good night to you as well. Maureen Samuel J, Ann Andrews, Salam, Jocelyn Matheson. I'm not sure I said goodnight to all of you. No man can break it down, no way. In my house, nobody can break it down. We're missing Sky, and folks, if what I saw was correct, Sky, I'd like to send the condolences of the Talking Points family to you on your recent loss. If it's the same Sky that I saw under that live of the funeral today, Sky, we want to send our condolences to you. Huh? Tell them he them stop him, mama girl. If it's the same Sky that's usually under our live, I noticed I haven't seen Sky for a couple days, and for what I'm seeing there, yeah, Sky, we send our condolences to you. Jah watch over right, Jah in my house, no man can break it down. I say, Jah in my house, nobody can break it down, no way. Jah in my house. And folks, we are keeping the phone lines open, so you can call at any point in time. Yes, indeed, you can call at any point in time. We have quite a lot to speak about tonight. Remember, tomorrow the voters list will be out tomorrow. The consolidated voters list as of the last day of June will be out tomorrow. It will be out in your various communities and so on. So it is important that you take the opportunity and that you listen in. You mean listen in, Lord. I'm trying to fix this. I'm hearing some noise here that I'm trying to deal with. Right? No, that's not dealing with it. Yeah, but I'm hearing some background noise. that I am trying to eliminate here in the background here. So yes, folks, that is going to be out tomorrow. It is important that you take the opportunity and that you listen. I'm going to say listen again, you know. This noise throwing me off. Yeah, let me see if I can sort this noise off, man. Let me see if I can sort that noise out. I don't like to hear that. I'm hearing it. I'm not sure that all of you are getting it as well, but I'm hearing that background noise. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon.
Hi, good night, my dear.
I'm calling from Carriacou.
Carriacou is in
Right.
the house. Go right ahead, my love.
Right. You would have to take time with me because I have a lot to tell you. Right? Yesterday, I was in a really twist up in Carriacou. Over the hurricane, my brother's house had never broken into. And I'm still upset, Sheldon. Someone went into the house, whoever, they took he went to New York. 2 days after we buried our eldest brother in Carriacou last year, right? Last year, May.
Mm-hmm.
The hurricane come, the house never damaged, nothing. Only the solar panel have a little problem. Someone break into the house while he was in America, I was in England. They took the television, 2 of his brand new trainers, they break his trunk, he have some US and EC dollars in there. They take that money and go with it. They take his 2 cordless phone in the house and several other things that they can go. They unmount his bed as well and take the bed and the mattress and go with it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Police had called him.
Hold on. They went with the mattress and all?
They went with the mattress and the bed, and I furnished that house. My brother was living in America. I know everything in that house that I put it there. My husband built the house and I furnished the house. Right. When my brother come, there was some people sleep in one of the bedrooms. There was drink in there. They drink all the drink. They leave all the bottles, all the cans. Half a gallon of rum, they drink that. When they finish, they pee all over inside of the room. The police and them went there, they take the cap and the shoe and they went with it. He also have some jewelry in his trunk. They bust the trunk open and they go with it. Right? That is in Mount Royal, your village.
Yeah.
You know what had happened? The police and them take the cap and the hat. My brother went to them twice. They said to him that there is a lot of people in front of him. So they have to deal with them. Right? Nothing get done of it. I came back to Carriacou on the 7th of January this year. Right? I have my own problem to get sorted out here. Sheldon, I was in Montreal. My brother went back to New York to sort out some business in May this year. He came back yesterday morning. Right? I was going up there myself and my husband twice a week. The last I went there was, I went up there the last time on Thursday. Every windows and doors was intact in that house. Nothing. I spent the whole day up there 10 till 6 o'clock. Sheldon, when I get that call yesterday to tell me that my brother's house is broken to again, I almost collapsed. When we went up there, when I went to the police station with him, I met him in town. We went in there. And I can tell you that the police was very helpful yesterday. They couldn't muck about with me this time. We went up there, the police called me to say that I said to the police, I come down in the rain and we have no transport. They said they'll drop us out there. Then they said they have a problem. They'll meet us up there. On my way up, they called me to tell me that they was in the gate waiting for us. That was very helpful. Sheldon, they went into the house. A 40-inch television. They take the second television. This one wasn't even touched as yet.
So after stealing the first television, he puts a second television there and it's now stolen as well.
Well, the second television was there, but they didn't take the 2 at the time. Maybe they didn't see that one. They take the small one and go and they come back. They know what they left in there. They come back and they take the largest one and they go with it. They take his radio and go with it. They turn the house upside down. The house is in a mess like a pigsty when I went up there yesterday. I did nothing than stand there and I was shocked. Sheldon, I don't know. I cannot even tell you if it wasn't somebody that be with my brother, I might have met my brother die on the veranda this time if he didn't have a strong heart, Sheldon.
The thing is, I'm not a crime scene investigator, but are there houses close by? At least somebody may have seen something. Somebody.
There is a lot of houses. You know where the Lawrence situated in Mount Royal. You know where?
Yeah. We people.
Because you have a lot of family. Well, I'm a Lawrence as well.
Yeah.
And married to a Douglas.
Yeah.
Right. I'm one of your relatives.
Yeah, we Duncan and we
Sheldon,
Lawrence, yeah.
there is a lot of houses around there. But these people and them, and they go there certain time when all lights is out, and they go up there, and they go into the house and do what they have to do. When I went there and I look at the place, but the police came up and they're doing what they have to do. They was very helpful. And you know who the houses and them that is attacking? Those people that went abroad, Sheldon. Those are the houses that is going into. Not the local houses.
Let me
but I
say
tell
this,
you,
though,
Sheldon,
because it's happened before. You know, sometimes we blaming our own people for it, and you know, sometimes it's not even Carriacou people doing it, huh?
well, Sheldon, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, because sometimes we blaming our own. I've seen that situation before in Carriacou, that Carriacou people getting blamed for something, and when they do find out, it's people that come in from other place and put down the crime and then run back where they come out from. So I'm not taking blame, but I think that what are the police being very helpful overall? I think that's the main
Very
thing.
helpful.
Great.
Very helpful. 100% I'll give them. And I'm just waiting on them to contact me. As I'm on the phone, I cannot say too much.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I have to hold back some.
Now me and you go talk
Right?
outside of that.
Right. So right now, we're waiting on them to get in touch with us. But you know what? A lot of people is going through a lot in Carriacou here, and they're not talking. They're not talking. But
So
I'm
this
not
is
afraid,
This is
Sheldon.
not an isolated thing. In other words, you're saying this is happening with a lot of people.
A lot of people. But this is the second knock they give my brother. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you something, Sheldon. If that had happened to me, and I know who done it to me, my parents sent for me in England at the age of 16 years old. And this brother individual I'm talking about, my parents leave me 18 years old with this brother to fend for myself. My brother married, and I fend for myself at the 18 years old, and I come to Carriacou, and I build my house. And you want to tell me somebody will step in and take what they want and go with it, and I know it's the person, Sheldon, you would have been coming and visit me in Richmond Hill Prison. I tell you the truth, for the struggle I struggle in England in the cold, and come back here.
Let me say several things here. One, I want you to do something for me, huh? And to help the police as well in situations like this. I want you to, all the stuff you have, the televisions, the radio, even the refrigerator, the microwave, to get a book, take the serial number, and keep that book with you. Don't leave that book in the house. Take the serial number of everything and keep that with you. Even if it's a camera and so on. The jewelry that you may have, take pictures of them. Keep those pictures on your phone or wherever, but take pictures of all the jewelry, etc. you have, and the same TV and fridge and microwave, everything. Take pictures of them. What it does is that somebody might have one, and it might end up being the one that you had. You might see one looking like it, and you might say, that is not it, but the serial number will help you. So one, take serial numbers of all this stuff. Two, take pictures of all this stuff, your jewelry and so on. Three, get around keeping cash and jewelry in the house. That's a no-no. The bank offers the facility where you could have a safety deposit box, where it's safe. You know you can always access it. I mean, you can access it late in the night and that kind of thing during working hours, but your jewelry and so, it might be, you might find it's an extra cost to pay to do something like that, but it might be a good idea to keep your jewelry and so in the bank, in a safety deposit box, or alternatively, get a safe and keep certain things in a safe instead of just having it in a box or whatever, a chest or what. Put it in, well, we said chest for a vault, but it might be better to put in a vault, a hidden vault somewhere inside the house, and keep things like that in there. So even if they break in, they can't find that easy, they don't know that exists. If they find that easy, it means it's somebody that's been in there. So put a wall, there are wall-mounted ones you could put, and you could hide it behind something. You could put it into the floor, hide it behind something. But those things, because you don't want to be out in England or Canada or the US or even in the Caribbean, working hard for the last 30, 40 years, come back and want to relax, and then people feel it's just a matter of just breaking your place and take what they want.
Sheldon,
that can't be on. That's totally
I
disgusting,
really,
and it's disrespectful as well.
I really feel it for my brother yesterday.
Yeah.
I really feel it. I was really broken up yesterday. Right now, I never slept last night. Never slept last night.
I'll tell
It's
you,
really hard.
and I'll tell you the last one as well, my cuz. Make sure that you put in cameras.
Well,
The
Sheldon,
cameras, the cameras don't matter
I
the
have
cameras they
camera.
see, but put in cameras.
I have camera in my house. So they tried to get here, but they couldn't get in. At one time, I was in England and my husband was in the hospital, and they tried to get in. They couldn't get in, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And I get the police here, but I know who tried to do it. I know who tried to do it. But you
make
know
sure,
what?
let the police know, because then that might have been the same person that ended up going in your brother's place after when they realized they can't make it by you. So I would suggest that you get him to put cameras, those that you could see and those that you can't see, and they're not very expensive. You get them
I know.
online and so right now. And you could connect those to your internet, you connect those to your phone. As soon as somebody come around, you get a notification. They might even know, but the police go know. You call the police and you say there's somebody in my place, and they'll be able to hold them. Yeah?
I have it on my phone. I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
I have it on my phone.
So that's
Sheldon,
very important, yeah.
it's a lot going on in Carriacou right now. Because one of my cousin house, they come, they empty the house after the hurricane. They come and they well fix up the house. They empty the house again in Top Hill. Right? I'm talking about in Monreal with my brother in Top Hill, another cousin, they empty the house. They take the 2 fridge and television, everything inside there and go with it, empty house again.
But we haven't been hearing about this thing, and this thing is very
Because they're not
behavior.
calling you. They're just sitting down and they're not calling you and telling you nothing. And the minister for Carriacou and Pity Matnik need to deal with this thing, because I'm quite sure you know what's going on. Right? He was on national TV talking about road and tennis court. This is what he should be thinking about. I'm quite sure you know he heard what's going on. And I hope he's listening to me, or somebody tell him that I was here on talking to you and what is going on. My brother is in a mess at the moment.
Because we're going to have a longer conversation off air, so I'll give you a call first thing in the morning. Please the Lord.
All right then.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Gus.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you very much for listening.
All right, good.
Same to you. Yeah, right.
And this is one of the things we don't hear about taking place, and you hear about a lot of things in Carriacou. And I must say, it's very un-kayak behavior. That's why I have my suspicions it may not even be kayaks. Because number one, to take it and think that you'll be able to sell it in Carriacou or use it in Carriacou without other people noticing, all of a sudden you get this how much inch TV and so on, and you're walking away and all kind of thing. It may not necessarily be capable to come and go all the way up in Montreal and all the way up in Top Hill to go and do these things. But I have my own suspicions. I do not know, but I'll just say that is that is not how Carriacou people are. You don't hear about that kind of thing in Carriacou. That sort of thing does not take place in Carriacou and Petit Mat. That kind of thing don't take place in them place generally. So for it to be taking place now, it is out of the ordinary, and it is something that has to be nipped in the bud so you don't end up with more of that taking place, because you're hearing it about there. Who knows what take place down in Craigston and those kind of places as well. Yeah? We ain't hear about Craigston, we hear about people buying land in Craigston, but we ain't hear about Craigston and those kind of places if that is taking place in those areas as well. Good night to you, Shemi. Me and you go talk afterwards, my dear. Canting right now on that particular one. So yes, folks, I was telling you just before that call that the Electoral Office will be putting out the consolidated list of voters tomorrow, and it is very important that you take the opportunity and you go through that list. Yeah, very important that you take the opportunity, go through that list with a fine-tooth comb. Yeah, my throat is giving me a serious problem right now. I think I need to take a short break because and get I need to get some water here. Yeah.
And I give you praise, 'cause things could have been so different if you didn't love me. I say things could have been so very different if you didn't love me. Job in my house, no man can break it down.
It's one of those evenings where I've been rushing, so I didn't get the opportunity to make my ginger tea before I got on to the program tonight. So please excuse me.
Jaja build my house. Nobody can break it down, I say.
So yes, folks, the voters list is coming out. It's important to go through. One, the first thing you're doing is you're looking for your name. If you are a registered voter in the state of Grenada, your name ought to be on the list, right? Two, you're making sure that you're in the correct polling division. There have been situations before where people suddenly disappear from one polling division and end up in another one. And that caused a lot of confusion on election day for people because they went to vote one place and realized, no, I have to vote in another. I remember in St. David, there was a situation with some folks that went to vote at the St. Dominic's Roman Catholic school, and only to find out that no, their names are actually up by the Roman Catholic Church. And if you know where the school is from where the church is, that means bus time or transportation time, unless you want to take that long walk just to vote. And you know many people won't make that long walk to go and vote. So you have those situations. Be very careful with that. Don't just make sure you see your name and you say, all right, my name there. Check where it is that you're voting. See where it is that you're voting. You don't want any surprises election day. You don't want to go and believing your name is at Cali's government school, and you go down to Cali's government school, you stay in the line all the time, waiting for your opportunity. You spend an hour in the line to reach up, only to realize your name is not at the Cali's government school. Your name is at the Springs government school. Double check where your name, and that is not supposed to happen just like that. So make sure, because you're dealing with computers and outdated system here, all kind of thing could happen. Make sure not just that your name is on the list, so you check your name and say, oh, Sheldon Scott right a day. No, you're checking for your name, and you're also checking to see where it is that you are registered to vote, which polling station you're going to be voting at. Don't leave it to chance that yes, I'm in the right place on the list. And make sure it is you. Check, make sure your registration number line up. Because people have the same name sometime. You could end up with two people with the exam. So many of you listening right now know people that have the same name as you. In some instances, they may even have the same middle initial as you. So you have to be very careful and ensure that when you check the list, that your name is where it's supposed to be, that it's there and it's where it's supposed to be. Second, you're starting to check for your family members, your co-workers, your other villagers you know that are supportive. Yeah? We ain't bothering with the other side. We're checking on we people first. So you're making sure that you there, your other NNP supporters, you're making sure they're there. Why is that important? I did an election campaign in a regional territory several years ago. Yeah? While in that campaign, there was a young lady had down to a tattoo on her arm of the candidate of that particular constituency. Down to a tattoo. They supported him fully. Come election day, that person was not registered in that candidate that they had the tattoo of constituency. They were registered in a constituency, 2 constituencies away. So come election day, nobody could have helped her. She had to try and find her way to get to the other place. I mean, people try and think, but at the end of the day, she could not cast a vote for the candidate that whole time she supported. She loved him, she loved him, she loved him. Because nobody at that time thought it was important. Nobody thought it was important to check the list and make sure that she was registered, because she up front and she there, she in everything. So nobody thought, hey, yes, she up front and she there, but let me check the list and make sure that she's there. Me, I check the list to everybody. We talking and I checking the list. Yeah? We talk and I just go inside and check the list. I remember election 2013, there were people I saw. I was living Springs at the time, and I saw some of my friends passing through with the NDC motorcade, and they were there, Sheldon, and they're on the NDC motorcade, and they're waving flag and all sorts of things. And I said, hey, yeah, there, wait for them. Went back inside the apartment, checked the voters list, and none of them were on the list. I knew their names, I know them personally. None of them were able to vote, but they had on the t-shirt and they were waving the flag for the NDC. Yeah? So it is important to check the list and make sure that your NNP supporters, people that you know support NNP, once you know their proper name, make sure that their names are there on the list. Yeah? Make sure that their names are there on the list. In addition to that, so you're checking for yours, your family, your friends, your co-workers, your other people that you know supporting the new national party. We're doing we work. As you saw put up on the poster, don't just criticize, organize. We have to organize. Yeah, we will criticize, but we will also organize. So we have to do two things at the same time. And we have the ability and capability of doing that. So you're checking now. After you've done that, and you've exhausted that, you're going through that list now to see who is who. Because you don't want nobody coming to vote in your polling station to give you an MP that you don't want, who should not be voting there. If it's somebody born, grown in the village, that kind of thing, or been living there for the last year, and so on, they change their vote to that area, all well and good. But people who you never see in that village, you never know them in that polling division, you've never seen them there before, and their name appears in the polling station by you, they've been living outside of Grenada for the last 40 years. They've come back just for 2 days, 3 days, and they've registered, and they've gone. They have not met the requirement of residency in that particular area. Especially if it's a person who, let's say, and I always use this example, that they're from St. Patrick, and they've been outside of Grenada for the last 40 years, and they come back in, and they go in St. George Southeast, somewhere where they ain't even renting, and they register there. They are not supposed to be registered there. They are not supposed to be registered there. So that person has to be removed from the list, because they are coming there, and that is what you call voter padding. They are coming there to create a particular outcome that is against the outcome that you want. So you have to make sure that that individual is not, and we're not talking about the people who just come Grenada every year or every couple of years and so, and that kind of thing and on the list. We're not talking about those people. Whether they support NNP or NDC, we're not speaking about those people. Yeah, we're speaking about those people that come and register in places that they're not supposed to register, and you will know them. The political leader won't know them. The constituency caretaker may or may not know them. But you definitely, who are living in that village, living in that community, living in that polling division, you know who these people are, and you have the responsibility to ensure that their names are removed from the list. There's a limited amount of time, 7 days. 7 days. So we have up until, I think, the end of next week for the various challenges to names that are on the list that ought not to be there to be made. If you and your team in a constituency going over the list have found names that ought not to be there, 1, names of deceased people, you need to put there's a particular form, you get the form, and that is reported to the electoral office that such and such a person, for all indications, has died. This person's name needs to be removed from the list. So that needs to be done. Secondly, so you have the deceased people. You may have other people who you just cannot identify. And if you can't identify them and it looks suspicious and nobody, no matter how much you search, within those 7 days you can identify them, make sure you make the application to the electoral office. That name, that person doesn't exist as far as we know. It is then on the electoral office to find the person and verify that 1, the person is a real person, and 2, that that person legitimately is registered as an elector in that office. So they have to meet the criteria of residence in that constituency for the 12-month period, yeah? And they have to be Grenadian citizen, etc., or Commonwealth citizen, whatever, right? So they have to meet the legitimate criteria, the legitimacy criteria to be registered as an elector in that constituency. So you need to verify those things. So let's go over the entire thing again. 1, you need to make sure that your name is there, that you are in the correct polling division, so you know where you're voting when election day comes. Nobody has to tell you down the road while you're voting here. You're voting there. And especially for those of you in Carriacou who are listening to tonight's program, that part is especially important for you, because many of the places that were polling stations before have been destroyed. As such, they're going to have to organize new polling stations for various polling divisions in Carriacou, because some places that were polling divisions, they got destroyed. Not many of them, but enough of them have been destroyed. So it's going to be a change for some of you. So you need to verify where they have as your polling station, because if they have a polling station on your thing that has been destroyed, then you know that you have a little problem there. You know that you have something that needs to be sorted out there. You know definitely you have a situation that you need to go to Brother Nolan Cox and have a word in relation to. Yeah? Oh, you want me? Come, bring it. You want me? Yes, stay right. Don't worry, man. Oh, I will handle you, man. Yeah, you want your thing here? Here. All right, good. You good?
Yeah.
Nice, right. So you have to speak to Brother Nolan Cox, and he will sort that out. Because remember, we already have a particular situation in Carriacou with the registration officer. We can't allow any more particular situations. In Carriacou and Petit Martinique, we want to know where the polling stations are. We want to know where they are. People need to be informed if their polling station has changed. Next thing, they have to take a bus to get to their polling station or some form of transport or so, and they decide they're not voting on election day. That can change the outcome of the election. So all of these things need to be looked at, especially for those of you in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. You need to pay specific attention to the voters list. We already have an individual that I could say it straight out, we don't trust. We do not trust the registration officer in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And as such, you all, although everybody is supposed to be looking closely, you all have a special situation where it comes to the polling divisions and the places to vote. You all have to be very careful and double check and verify what is taking place. So from tomorrow, the list will be up. And if you call on Talking Points, we're going to ask you, once you're in Grenada, if you have checked and make sure that your name is there. Yeah, and for those of you outside of Grenada, I believe the website should be updated by then. And let's see if we find the website. Let me see if I could pull up the website here, man. Yeah, let me see if we could website the website. All right, yeah, so I think that is it there. Let's see if we can pull up the website here. That website ain't websiting. That website ain't exciting. It ain't websiting. What's going on with it? Oh, no one to know what do the website. Nice. So yeah, folks, the website is here. PEO, right? PEO. Grenada.org. That is the website. And if you're going to do a search at the voters list, you go here. So it's peogrenada.org. Right? That's what you're looking for. So you go to search voters list. You can go here and search either by the registration number or search by name and surname. Right? So let's search for myself here. Yeah. So let me check for that guy, Sheldon. Right? And let's see for here. Scott, nice. Yeah, we're searching for me. And let me see. Right. Hey, look at there, boy. There are no other Sheldon Scott, it's me alone. So this is my registration number. And this is my name here. Right? I'm a male. I'm not sure on that. Frequented, that is correct. Media worker, if that is what you want to call me, go right ahead. And LO8, that's I believe that is Calice. Let me just make sure here. Yes, votes at Calice Government School. So you see that, right? So I am able to check here, right? And it tells me I am Sheldon Scott, votes at Calice Government School. right? So you're able to go here again. Let's go over the process again. You're going to www.peogrenada.org. And PEO, Parliamentary Electoral Office, PEO.org. So you're going there, you're going to search voters list, right? And after you search voters list, search voters list by name and surname. We're not using registration number here. Putting in Sheldon. Well, no, you don't put in Sheldon, Scott. You put in your name, right? Scott, find me. And you could do this off of your phone as well. Select, right? And you're able to see here, Sheldon Scott votes at Calice Government School. You're seeing my registration number. You're seeing my polling division, right? My polling division. You're seeing that? Nice. You get all that information, right? So select. Come on. Yeah, right. Votes at Calice Government School. So that is the way that you check and make sure that you can, that you are on the list, right? That is the way that you check and make sure that you are on the list, right? So I'm just giving that information there. So for those of you who are outside of Grenada, yeah? And someone is giving me the name of a person who passed away last year and their name is still on the list. Okay, I'll pass that on to my good friend. Let me just send that one time. Before I forget, I'm forwarding that to a good friend of mine who will make sure that they deal with that. Nice? Yeah, they will deal with that. Nice, yeah. So yes, folks. So that is the way that you can check online. For those of you that are outside of Grenada, and you are registered to vote, you can check that way. Because again, I think some people get it twisted that is saying, oh, once you're outside of Grenada, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. You're a Grenadian. You should be allowed to vote in a Grenadian election. I think what needs to happen though, is that people need to meet the criteria according to law before they are one, registered to vote and allowed to vote in a Grenadian election. So as such, there's the 12-month residency aspect of it. There's also the other aspect of it where you should not be a person who is originally from St. John and you're from Florida in St. John. Good night to Florida in St. John. You're from Florida in St. John and you have moved to Florida in the United States because you like it, those are Florida, so you move from Florida to Florida and you've been there since 1985 and then you've come back and you want to register. You haven't spent 12 months, you haven't gone to Florida or anything, but you're gone and you want to register now in River Sally. And you go and put your name on the list in River Sally and say that you live in River Sally. That is not up for, that is not on. Yeah? So just again to make sure that you all understand that aspect of it. So tomorrow, the list will be available. You know that they spin it up different places by lamppost, by post office, by shops, by different things. The list will be available. Take the opportunity, go over the list, and make sure that you all are on the list and that you all get the names of everybody who's supposed to be on the list. And folks, remember, you can call at any time, 1473-440-7377. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. So you can call at any point in time. Now, folks, yesterday evening, I took some time and I was I was looking at the DMs with the PM program. I particularly looked at yesterday's program because I thought, and I still believe, that there are significant issues in our country that the Prime Minister ought to have been addressing. So it seems as though the Prime Minister is out of the country at this point in time. But if you're still having the program pre-recorded or whatever, or you're having the program via Zoom, or you're having anyone on the program, I would think that you had someone there who can deal with the issues that are taking place now. You have a situation for the people of Clogé that exists right now. the farmers in Clogé who cannot get their goods to market. Yeah? You have that situation existing right now. You have a situation that exists with the residents in Clogé and the accessibility to get into the town of Guave. That again is a problem. They cannot get easily into Guave as they may have wanted to do. So there is an issue there as well. Yeah? So I would think that the Minister of Implementation and Works would use the opportunity to speak to the Grenadian people on such an issue. You also had, within the last couple weeks, the explosion that took place in Telescope, where as of today, the 16th of July, we have not even heard a preliminary report in relation to what, if all you think we're going and just forget that. You all leave. There's a national security issue. Leave gravel and concrete alone and not blaming gravel and concrete in any way or form. You all take unstable explosives and drive it from SSU camp in the south of the island all the way to Telescope on the east coast to go and destroy. Not like it didn't have a quarry down in Grenada, so look at that, say, well, we try to do the thing down there in small bits and that kind of thing. You all take it all the way there. All you pass schools, all you pass churches, all you pass homes, all you pass all kind of thing, going all the way up there with this thing. Now, folks, in my view, that is a major, major failure. The Minister of National Security should have at least been able to come and give us a report, basic report. We don't expect it to give us a detailed report, but at least a basic report on what occurred, because lives could have been lost. At least give us a basic report in relation to that. The Prime Minister is also, again, the Minister of Works and Infrastructure, and as such is the line Minister of Gravel and Concrete Emulsion Corporation. But yet still, there's an opportunity to speak on that kind of thing. And instead of that, instead of using that opportunity to speak to the Grenadian people and tell us what is going on, you had what took place yesterday as DMs with the PMs. I mean, I'm trying to understand, with so many issues in our country, I'm trying to figure out why things like this are important instead. Why this is so important at this point in time, when we have the economy, we have market vendors and the problems, we have all these things taking place. Why this is more important to discuss at this point in time.
Those slides you wore at the 50th Independence Anniversary.
Oh, absolutely.
If so, I think you should burn them.
No. We're going to hold them, put them in the Prime Minister's Museum.
No one wants to see that.
Auction it and wear.
Sir, no one wants that.
Well, I've got a second pair, actually.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we're going to have different colors. We've got brown, black, we'll get white, gray, blue, green, orange, yellow.
Where are you getting these things from?
Oh, my. We have them custom made from the motherland. You know where it's the motherland, right? You do? What you do?
Are the lights on when you
It's good when you're laughing at your own jokes, right? Maybe executive producer is distracting you.
Oh, the executive producer wrote these questions.
I get it now.
Are the lights on when you choose your shirts in the morning?
You don't need the lights on. We've got natural sunlight.
I would like the crew to flash sideways to that shirt with the flower.
Oh, that's a beautiful shirt.
No, it's
man.
not.
It's a beautiful shirt.
It's not.
It's a beautiful shirt.
It's not.
It's so quintessentially Grenada, island life.
To who?
You spend a lot of time in New York?
Yes.
Okay, that's why. Gets a little dreary and boring and cold up there. So
no.
You need a little pop of color.
And you're getting violent with the answers. Do you miss driving yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, so we have the people in Clogé cannot get down to the market in St. John unless they go around St. Patrick and come down, or unless they go up through the Granatang and come up the west coast. But whether you have on the slides and all of that, that is more important to talk about at this point in time, right? That's way more important for us to discuss as a nation in this point in time, and what shirts and so on that he wears. That's the more important things. Those are the issues that Grenadians really want to hear about. Now, if you're doing a PR piece on the Prime Minister, we understand that, and we understand where it comes from, and we understand the context and everything. We understand all of that. We understand that, in fact, you said it, you said the reason for this sort of thing, the host or hostess or whatever you want to say, they gave the reason for this thing. They said exactly why they're doing this.
You see the graphics coming up?
I see the graphics coming up.
Okay,
yes.
I see it too. So basically, we're going to have a little bit of fun, and then we're going to go into the serious things,
Okay.
So, because we need to show the people that you have a personality. Because sometimes, you look like iRobot, and we don't want that. It's like, So let's show them that, you and your white.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not, you're young, you're handsome, you're like, I like to call you, the West Indian Obama. You got to show them. Are you rolling your eyes? Make sure and keep that in edit, okay? Because he just rolled his eyes at me. All right, let's go to the first question, because according to them, I have limited time. If you could have a superpower to help you run the country, what would it be?
Wow, that's a pretty tough question. I think the superpower to help me run the country would be to make things happen 10 times, 100 times faster than they do.
Okay, because you're saying condition. You see the graphics coming up.
Yeah, so those are more important right now than letting the people in Telescope know that, hey, you all won't, yes, I changed glasses, that you all won't have any explosion happening soon, that you all will not have any bomb going off, bullet going off. Yeah, you won't have that kind of thing happening anytime soon. That is very important. That is very important to the parents that are calling me right now because they're trying to get money to get their kids into not secondary school, into SGU. And they're trying to see if they can get some assistance right now to get their children into SGU. Yeah, them discussions, they're really helping with those situations. They're really helping with those situations, Yeah. That's the kind of discussions we want to hear from our Prime Minister at this point in time. Yeah? While not one house has been delivered in Petit Martinique, while women, young as well as elderly, are sleeping in tents tonight in both Carriacou and Petit Martinique, while children who are differently abled are sleeping in tents in Carriacou tonight, that is the discussion we want to hear, man. Yeah, talk more about them kind of things. So don't tell us about serious thing. Yeah, right now we want to have fun. Them kind of thing. We want to have fun. That's the kind of discussion and thing we want to have, man. Yeah.
What motivates you to get out of bed in the morning?
To help people.
That's a good answer. You're such a good Prime Minister. Has anyone ever told you that?
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, and you're
handsome.
Okay.
And I'm handsome?
Yes, all right.
A nice old doctor told me that last night.
What?
A nice old female doctor told me that last night.
Oh, last night?
Yes.
Aw. What's her name? You remember? Okay, we'll
I
carry
have
on.
a business card with me. I'll have to go look for her name.
Okay.
Doctor? Dr. Kane, yes.
Shout out to Dr. King.
Shout out to Dr. King.
For recognizing the things that your parents has done, like
Yes.
the good genes.
Yes.
Yeah, so while people are sleeping in tents in Carriacou, that's the kind of discussions that more important in Grenada at this point in time. Yeah. Yeah, I think we have a song.
I don't know about you, but I come
Yeah, I think we have a song for them. Let me get them a song, yeah?
out right now to get on bad, 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 get 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 bad, 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 trustee, hey, trustee, trustee, hey, trustee.
Yeah, very thirsty. Anyhow, yes, I am thirsty as well. Let me have a drink here. Thirsty, yes, thirsty. Those are the discussions that are important right now. So the people in Cloger, those are the discussions important to you right now, right? About the Prime Minister sliders. And we're not saying, I'm not blaming the hostess or whatever, you know. The Prime Minister ought to know to utilize the time that he has to speak to the Grenadian people on important issues. Yeah, if you want to do this as some kind of other thing some other time. When people tune in to your show, they want to hear about the important issues that are affecting Grenadians. They want to hear what is taking place with the telescope investigation. They want to hear when work started on the Prime Minister's residence. They want to get an update because there is nothing budgeted in relation to that. There was the opportunity for you to speak in relation to the oath of allegiance as Prime Minister, as the one who is behind this, pushing it along with others. There was the opportunity there for you to go ahead and speak to the Grenadian people in relation to the oath of allegiance and tell them all that you had to tell them in relation to it. Instead of that, you have your sliders that you wear, bond that. Yeah? They close. I ain't telling all you who is that girl. Sky, I see you reach. Again, condolences to you, my dear. I had no knowledge until I saw your post under the live, yeah? Somebody said transformation. You mean transformation? Okay. Right, leave the girl alone. Nah, that all you leave the girl alone. The girl is a Grenadian who has gone overseas. She has done remarkably well for herself. I may not agree with her interview, but I must agree with her pedigree. She has done an excellent job out there representing Grenada. She has also done a wonderful job of exposing Grenada to the international market through the Housewives of Atlanta. I think she's involved in that and other projects as well locally. So I ain't go attack her, no, don't worry. But I just find the interview song kind of, you understand? Get all your hormones in check now, I'm telling you, boy.
I trust you. Hey, trust you. I trust you for my mama.
I just find certain parts of the interview song kind of like that, you understand? Yeah, I just find certain parts of the interview song kind of yeah. Kind of.
I trust you. Hey, trust you. I trust you. Hey.
Yeah, I just find certain parts of the interview song.
What motivates you to get out of bed in the morning?
To help people.
That's a good answer. You're such a good Prime Minister. Has anyone ever told you that?
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, and you're handsome. Okay.
And I'm handsome?
Yes, all right.
Yeah, get your hormones in check. Anyhow, but those are not the things that Grenadians are interested in right now. We want to hear about the problems that we have in the country and what you are doing to solve those problems. You're already the Prime Minister. We don't care about if you just choose your shirts. And let me explain something else. Cameraman, yes, I know that my camera work right now is not perfect because I'm working in imperfect conditions. Just to the people who do the video, white does not work properly with cameras, especially with high backlight. Anyway, we have a call online. Hello, good night.
Yes, my brother.
Hey, what's going on?
Good. I just been triggered.
You're triggered?
I hear my brothers in Grenada that be trying to make reference and with Trump and his party. The questions they're asking, they want to say Obama of the Caribbean. What the questions they're asking, is the same question the Democrats used to be asking Joe Biden about the flavor ice cream and stuff. Play questions instead of asking questions about the situation of the people and their concern about their life and their dignity.
You and them Grenadians up there, all you go have all your battle, all you go leave Sheldon out of that.
Them asking baby questions, you don't asking school, kindergarten children, those kind of questions. You have a country to run.
I understand what they are trying to do. I am saying that this is not the time for that. Because I'll tell you this. You're in the middle of the hurricane season. You have 2 islands that were basically leveled, destroyed by a hurricane. You still have people on those islands living in tents. They don't care about if you have a sliders or if you just choose your shirt in daylight or put on light to choose a white shirt or this kind of thing. They don't care about that. You think those mothers who lying down in a tent tonight care about that? You think those people who have to get up in the morning and go to work and they have to come out from inside a tent to go and organize themselves? You think they care anything about you're a handsome prime minister? Oh, you're handsome, you're such a nice. Who do you care about that?
Serious thing to discuss and for the people to know and to find out you're playing manja papot. Oh my goodness, I tell you, he better call that thing quick, man.
And let me say the thing properly. Manje. No manje. I think we don't say manje. Manje.
well, the manje have a scratch to it, you know.
Manje.
Like the manjini.
Manje.
Like the manjini. Yeah.
Yes, indeed, my brother.
Time to go. Time is overdue. He's overdue.
Yeah, I mean, this is disgusting, man. Seriously disgusting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, my brother.
All right, we talk. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is not the time for that. There are issues, and realize every time we have significant issues coming up, the Prime Minister decide he ain't talking or he ain't feeling to talk about that or he had nothing to say about that kind of thing. And right now, he made the initial statement at the town hall about what took place in Telescope and that an investigation was taking place. At least by now, not even for me, but for the people of Telescope, they ought to have had, and what is taking place here? Oh, my headphones. Yeah, they ought to have had at least a preliminary report in relation to what was taking place in Telescope. Yeah, they should have had at least a preliminary report in relation to what was taking place in Telescope. Instead of that, would they hearing instead? Let me see if we could hear one.
And that's a really lovely quality to have. A lot of great leaders have that quality. I could name a couple. My favorite, Obama, Nelson Mandela, Beyonce. They all have that. They don't care about criticism. And I like that you have that. So on behalf of you, I would like to tell whoever is criticizing you to go. I wouldn't tell them where to go.
No, that is disrespectful to us. We are criticizing because we are living the reality of Grenada in the now. We are living the reality of Grenada in the now. We are the ones who go into the supermarket I hope at least people could go every month at least into the supermarkets. We are the ones who are living that reality. We are the ones that go there. We are the ones that face the increase in prices. We are the one that knows what it feels like when our children are going through the school system and you cannot afford to buy the books that you have to buy. Or in some instances, there are people who have had to rotate which children they send in because they don't have money to send all of them all the time. And they can't get onto the seed program because people watching them, like they're doing with all the people in Gladstone Road right now, and say, all you is NNP. We go get to all you eventually. All you feel I don't know what's going on. With the MB for St. Andrew Southwest, say, I had to go down in Gladstone Road and do something, but it's a bunch of NNP down there. So I go take my time. That's why I hear you say, so I buy, so I sell. Because it's a problem with flooding, it's other problems in Gladstone Road. For you to go down there and check on the people. Because you have situations which water is backing up in different areas, it causing mosquitoes and so, and we know that you have dengue and other things around. Instead of you as the MP go down there, it's a bunch of NNP down there. And that's not the first time or second time you or one of your people making that statement. And don't test me, I will tell you where you make the statement too. Yeah? Throw your tie on that. That's the nonsense that we have taking place. And then for people to tell us, those who criticize, who the hell is you? To come and tell us who criticizing, go to watch. Careful enough. We don't care how much money you have and how much influence you have. We're telling you as it is. You're damn fast. Excuse my language, folks.
On behalf of you, I would like to tell whoever is criticizing you to go. I wouldn't.
No, you should have made the mistake and say it. You make the mistake and nearly say it. You should have finished it. Yeah?
That. So, on behalf of you, I would like to tell whoever is criticizing you to go. I wouldn't tell them where to go.
That is not a joking matter. We live in a democracy and we have a right. We live in a democracy. We have a right to criticize. And we don't criticize blindly. We criticize and we say this is how things should go. For instance, you heard the opposition leader speaking in relation to the oath of allegiance. The opposition leader didn't criticize. She said, hey, we agree with this thing, and we agree with this because this is something that we brought forward as well. But this is the way that you ought to be going. We have a call online. Go right ahead, call.
Yeah, go ahead, Sheldon.
Hey, you're live. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Sheldon, I watched that thing with the Prime Minister and the young lady. I did have to get up in front of the phone and go somewhere. Yeah, I can understand what is important of that thing. We're asking Prime Minister, he put tea, I go looking. I go Prime Minister. The looks don't make a good Prime Minister. What makes someone a good Prime Minister is by bringing people together, right, and reaching out and help everyone. Making statement about the reason why Green get in because the NDC don't know the real NDC. When you as a person made a statement, right? That alone disqualify you as being disqualify you as being a good leader. And the corruption that is taking place, and you don't concerned about it. What the Prime Minister should do, and to make a good leader, is to bring people together, try to solve all the corruption and deal with the corruption that's taking place in Greater Carriacou and Peter Martinique. When you there as head, and corruption going left, right, and center around you, and you don't bother, like nothing going on, nothing, you don't care about nothing. The people in closure, the situation with the road, and you don't care about the people in closure, right? They don't even go up here and the minister. One will always talk about building road. The most popular minister, they don't go up there yet. Right? Demonstrating the care, they don't care about the people going to Carriacou and Peter Martinique. Look at the situation, Sheldon, in Peter Martinique again, Sheldon. Rain falling, we are in the hurricane season. Why did the Prime Minister come and talk about how and what plan they have, his government has for building back the people in Carriacou and Peter Martinique home? The people that suffering, the people that they victimizing, what plan they have to stop the victimization, to bring people together, and to see everyone come together to develop the Carriacou and Peter Martinique. What the government think, what the Prime Minister thinking about how he looking, what clothes he wearing. Well, Charlotte, I could not sit in front of that phone and watch that because I get vexed and I get up and I leave and I go. And when I remove it, and then I came back in front of the phone. Because that is not important. At this time, what is important is how you helping people come out from the situation that they're in right now in Carriacou and Peter Martinique. How you helping the single mother that was working, right? You send them home. They don't have a job. Right? They have the family to take care of. How you helping the people of enclosure, right? Getting a better road to pass because they have the thing to sell. Right? Life is difficult. Thing high. Cost of living is high. What plan he has to cushion the high cost of living in Greater Carriacou? That's what we want to hear. That was important. And when you could do that and speak about that and to try to do that to help the situation, then we could say you are Prime Minister that care. You are Prime Minister that's trying to solve problem. But what the Prime Minister is create more problem and more problem for the people of Greater Carriacou and Peter Martinique. Sheldon, have a blessed night.
All right, thank you so very much, my brother. Papa say he moved from the phone. He said he moved from the phone. Yeah, watching that. 14734407377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. We've got a caller online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon.
Badge, how you doing?
Good.
All right, man. Go right ahead.
That interview there looked like an interview on the side of the road during carnival time. That is a serious interview about clothes, about who look good and all of that. I mean, come on. I was laughing just now.
Let me
I see.
Go ahead.
I see that you start to get vexed, so I said, let me call you before you get too vexed.
Laughing
Because
now.
really and truly, Sheldon, it's a comedy show. That is a comedy show. And as you say, serious things going on. What I really called to talk about is the situation with our road enclosure. I mean, that road really need to be sort of as a number one priority. Because as you say, the people will go all wrong to the top or all wrong to the bottom. When I was a child, I remember coming from Guelph. They had a landslide. If you're coming from Tongue and you pass the bridge there, after you go over Concord Bridge, you know the bridge by Concord, on that straight section there, if you're going towards Guelph, they had a landslide there. I was going to school in Tongue. We had to go back and go over closure. Well, that time the road was bad up there. It took me till 10 o'clock I get to school. So if you have a landslide anywhere from Guelph to Tongue, there's no other road. There's no road that you could say you go through like Florida and cut across to go back into the road to closure to come back out by Baltazar side, which is in St. Andrew and come down. You understand?
Yeah.
So I think that road need something doing with speedily or cut a little road inside with a bulldozer or something. So I think because when school start back, and as the people up there's an agriculture area for the people to come down to Guelph. Most people in closure deal with Guelph than deal with Grenville. Not true?
Yes, that's true. That's absolutely true, my brother. And then for the people who are in Guelph and they have to go and do their business in Grenville instead, that's $100, eh? For the
Right,
transport
exactly.
to go across. You're talking 100 to go across there. So let's see.
And that's poor people are trying to earn a living.
Yeah.
Unless you have your own transportation, you know what I mean? So that interview was done in America.
No, that's done at the I don't want to call it the Prime Minister's residence, but the place he's staying there.
Okay. Well,
yeah, the place is staying there. And the thing is, I'm saying now is not the time for that.
I agree with you.
You have a situation.
I agree with you.
With the oath of allegiance, they're going to change that. A constitutional issue, very important issue. You had an entire hour you could have spoken about that in a pre-recorded. No, you ain't think about that. If you have your slides, and if you just wear a white shirt with flowers, and that don't look
I like that one, but
yeah, man, spend all this time talking about clothes anyway.
And flowers. Anyhow, I ain't going there. Next thing I'm going to tell you.
I ain't going there at all either. I'm with you. Both of you ain't going there. Right, yeah.
Listen, my friend there from Carriacou, that said that the day that you hear him talk anything about roads, monkey, I think it's time the Prime Minister send a helicopter up there for him fast, because I see him on TV today talking about roads, tennis court, and all kind of things. Anyway, have a good night, Mr. Scott.
Before you go, I want to ask you a personal question here. Personal for me.
Yeah, no problem.
When I come to Barbados, I need you to take me to a specific place.
Yeah.
It's either Heron Mill or Her Mill in Tates in St. James.
His name what?
It's named Heron Mill, I think, in Tates in St. James.
Tates, okay.
I'm looking for some people there by the name of Levine. My grandfather, my grandmother's father was born there in the year 1857. He died in the year 1945, to the April 1945. And he is from that area. No, my people is don't get up, others no. But there's my father people in Carriacou and my mother people in Barbados. I know it is.
Right. It seemed like you're a Caribbean man.
Hey, no, half of my mother people is from half of my mother people is Barbados. The other half is St. Vincent. You know.
Right. a piece of kayak and a piece of man from Goa, a piece of Trini. Here's a piece of everything. Yeah.
I'm a Kalali. All right, my brother.
But you're the whole cool man, though. You're the whole cool man. You're a piece of everything, but a whole cool man. All right.
All
All right, take care of yourself, my brother. Keep on the right path as usual.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, folks. And I think we have a call coming through here. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon. Good night. How are you?
Hey, I am.
Sheldon,
How you doing?
asking about the road enclosure.
Uh-huh.
Minister Andy said that he wondered if people could eat road. So you don't think they wouldn't look to do the road? You understand? Yes, he said he wants to know if people could eat road. People can eat road. You understand? So they like to tell you how they're thinking. They're not thinking about people. They have all what they want, but they're not checking on them people. Close them agricultural people have to go and sell their produce and go and do what and what. Sheldon? Long road for Maga route.
Very, very long rope for Magacoot. 1473-440-7377. That is the number. Yeah, you already know a part Bajan too. Yeah, no, listen, let me put it to you like this. I have one great grandfather that come from St. Vincent and one great grandfather that come from Barbados on my mother's side, right? So the Bajan them settle in Springs, right? That's them Levine, and then you have telling all you I not hide nothing, right? And then them Williams and them from St. Vincent, they settle in St. John. Nice, right? And that is how my mother came about and thing, right? And then you have my father people, that's Carriacou. Yeah, that's Montreal. Yeah, the Lawrence and them thing. Yeah, it's a lot of thing. But I know my people. Don't get up. I ain't just 1473-440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get inside on the program tonight. Yeah? No, I don't get me twisted. I understand clearly the intent of that video, but not now. Wrong time. We have a caller online. Hello, good night. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, caller. You're live. Go right ahead.
Hi, Sheldon. Good night. Good night. Good night. I'm calling from New York, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I followed you when you were doing when you went on the website, the electoral office's website.
Yeah.
And I looked on there, and my name is still there.
Good. That's not a bad thing.
But the thing is, I've been here for a long time, and I've never been back.
No,
so I just need some clarification. Should my name still be on the list, since the last time I voted was?
Last time you voted was when?
I came here in 2014, and I've never been back. And I voted in the last election prior to coming here in 2014.
So you voted in 2013, but you were
correct.
You were not part of the re-registration process that took place, and that re-registration process took place, if I remember, just around the time of COVID, 2020 or so. There was a re-registration process where they gave you the new card, but you didn't go through that process. You were not in Grenada around 2020.
No, I wasn't.
I'll have to investigate that.
So I'm asking, should my name still be on the list, because I looked it up. I'm still registered. I'm in LO7, which is it used to be by Sandino. So I'm still registered there. So I want to know. I just need some clarification, because I want to know if I'm still supposed to be on the list.
I cannot say that you are not supposed to be on the list. What I have to verify, because I don't like to say things that I'm not absolutely positive on it, because I know there was a re-registration process around the time of COVID, because I remember just before COVID hit, early about February 2020, that I went and did my card, and I got it when things ease up a bit after the lockdown, and so is when I got the card. So I am not sure if when that process took place that you were supposed to start from scratch, start from zero, and then register everybody again, or if it was just to get the new card. I have to verify that. I don't want to say that for sure, Let me double check with my legal people, and then I will let you know for sure
Yes.
if that's the
Yes,
if you
I'll
should or should
send
not.
you my name and my information. I'll send you my information.
Yeah, WhatsApp it to me. Thank you so very much.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
my
you so
dear.
much.
Thank you so very
And
much yourself.
Sheldon, you should be doing some civics classes. I feel like Grenadians need a lot of civics classes. There's so much people can learn.
Yes.
I was listening to you the other night and I was saying to my mom, I said, oh my goodness, Sheldon is a wealth of institutional memory and knowledge. And a lot of people need so much clarification and edification. And you have so much to share. So probably you should consider becoming a consultant, or teaching, educating people on civics, because it's so important. All of that information that you have in your memory. So, and I do learn a lot, and you do bring up a lot of refreshers, which I myself can articulate. I can attest to, because I used to be on the ground canvassing and in the trenches. So I know, I understand, so I really do appreciate all the information you share and everything else. Good night to Mrs. Spear. I love you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. You know who I am. And God bless. Good night, Sheldon.
Thank you so very much, my dear. And send that info. Great. Thank you. Folks, yeah, I have to verify if that process that took place in 2020, if it was a flushing of the list and you start from scratch, or if it was just, I have to double check with the lawyers. I don't want to say that what has taken place there is wrong, and I don't want to say what has taken place there is right, because I know basically your card expired, so you had to get the new card. So I don't know if you didn't go for the new card, if that meant that your name came off the list, because I don't think so. I do not think it meant that your name had to come off, because you were legally registered and so on, so I don't think it meant that your name came off the list or so. Again, let me double check. I don't want to say much more on that. Let me double check. So 1473, hey, Mr. Handsome, good night to you, sir. Good night to you, Mr. Handsome. Hope that you're having a wonderful night today. Yeah, Mr. Handsome, man. Good night to you. Yes, folks. So again, I'm concerned that it seems as though they're not concerned. We have all these issues taking place. Listen, you have the Cliff Project. We are hearing that you're getting rid of the contractor on the Cliff Project. Now, if you're getting rid of the contractor, it may mean that you have to go into another round of people bidding to get a new contractor. Meanwhile, people can't pass that road. They have to go through Woburn, mashing up Woburn Road and things. So, in the interim, the people living in that area have to bear for a longer period of time what they're going through right now. The people that are living in that area where the project is taking place. Additionally, the users of that road have to go through for a longer period of time what they're going through, while you get an ex-contractor who then has to mobilize and get their people onto the site to start the project, which is going to take a while again. So whether it's a couple weeks extra, a couple months extra, removing the present contractor, who is accused of giving Andy Williams a bribe, removing the present contractor is going to cause further delays in that particular project. Who is the minister responsible? The minister in charge of infrastructure? Mr. Deacon and Miss Mitchell, the Prime Minister. Yeah, that is the person who is in charge of that. But instead of speaking to us on the reasoning behind what is being done, and if it indeed it is being done, and all of that, what are we hearing?
What motivates you to get out of bed in the morning?
To help people.
That's a good answer. You're such a good Prime Minister. Has anyone ever told you that?
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, and you're handsome. Okay.
And I'm handsome?
Yes,
Yeah.
all right.
A nice old doctor told me that last night.
What?
A nice old female doctor told me that last night.
Oh, last night?
Yes.
Aw. What's her name? You remember? Okay, well,
I
carry
have
on.
a business card with me. I'll have to go look for her name.
Okay.
Doctor? Dr. Kane, yes.
Shout out to Dr. King.
Shout out to Dr. King.
For recognizing the things that your parents has done, like
Yes.
the good genes.
Yes.
Yeah, the good genes. Meanwhile, some people can't afford a pair of jeans. Yeah, that's important. That's really important to the people right now. that have to find the money to try and buy groceries in the morning. Yeah. Rain pouring right now. I've just been informed. Rain pouring. Bucket a drop in parts of Carriacou right now. Heavy rain. And it have people living in tents. He ain't coming to tell us about that. It have people living in tents in Petit Martinique. That is what we want to hear about. Not your sliders. Not your fancy shirts. We ain't care about your fashion. Because your fashion doesn't feed us. Doesn't feed those people and doesn't take those people out of the tent. That's what we want to hear about. We want to hear about things that affect the average Grenadian. Not things that you think people want to hear about, and we ain't care about that. We ain't care about that. Yeah? Really and truly, we ain't care about that. We want to hear how these things affect the average Grenadian. Yeah? Let's hear another piece though. There's another part that I think is important that you all hear from the interview. In fact, not this one. Yeah, let's hear from this particular one. It may sound a bit familiar, because something similar was said before. But let's hear here.
Okay, all right. If you could go back and undo something you've done or said in the past 3 years, three years ago, what would it be?
Nothing. You don't undo your life or redo your life. You live your life.
You regret?
Okay, so you have no regrets.
Nothing.
I regret nothing.
Okay. You just pray about something that you probably thought wasn't proper later.
No, the whole point of life, even when you make bad decisions or you have options and you choose one where the consequences were not what you expected, is that's life. You have to, it's your lived experience. You can't live thinking you need to go back, or you should have gone back, or you should have made this.
Oh, so he doesn't have regrets. So what take place with Laco, he does not regret. So he has no regrets. It happened and he happened. That is that. That life. Yeah. No regrets. Happen. Yeah? That's you remember when they asked him if he had anything to say to the people because he was in Barbados watching cricket with the same individual that has been suspended. Yes, the same bishop guy that has been suspended from the CBI program was with him in Barbados. I think they went up on the same plane as well in Barbados. Yes, the same guy that they call in Crook now was the same one that was with Deacon Mitchell going to watch cricket in Barbados when Hurricane Beryl was heading towards Carriacou and Petit Martinique, isn't it? Yes, the same. The same guy they call in Crook now. Yeah, but he doesn't regret it. Did he regret not staying in Grenada and as the head of national security, the person in charge directly of NADMA, did he regret not staying in Grenada and convening a meeting of NADMA that he was supposed to do according to law? Because within 72 hours you expected landfall of a major hurricane to your islands. Did he stay? Did he regret not doing? No. Do you have anything to say to them? I have nothing to say to them. No regrets, no. He happened, to hell was that, isn't it? That's the attitude. He happened, and to hell was that. That is all. That's basically what I pick up from the Prime Minister. Whatever happened, and to hell was that. And folks, before we go any further, let me just remind you all, because on Friday, by the time we have Friday night program, I know tomorrow is Thursday, by the time we have Friday night program, this thing done already. So that's the St. David's constituency branch. They've got their barbecue sale. That is taking place this Friday from 1 p.m. at the constituency branch office out there in St. David. All right, they've got barbecue chicken, barbecue fish, barbecue pork, pigfoot sauce, Spanish waters, baked and fish cake, potato salad, green salad, garlic bread, and ice cold drinks on sale. So that's taking place at the party office out there in St. David. And for more information, call 1-473-414-4978. Again, the back to school special from K&R Bookstore. Remember, you buy one, get one free. So you're looking for, you have 3 children and you want to get a school bag. So yeah, you're buying 2 and you're getting 1 free. Well, you're getting 2 free. Yeah, well, buy 1, get 1 free. Nice. So that is taking place on all of the back to school items. So pencils, rubbers, highlighters, markers, notebooks, backpacks, etc. And remember, they're on H.A. Blaze Street. Yes, H.A. Blaze Street. Yeah, you're going on H.A. Blaze Street there until you reach where Otway and them have the new place there. Well, Bailey and them. Yeah, not Otway Bailey's, not Bailey's. I keep saying, you see, could tell how old I is and I'm still saying Otway Bailey. Bailey's. Clinton, good night. Marcus, good night. Bailey's Funeral Home, where they build a new place there, upstairs. Yeah, they are not funeral thing there. That is upstairs part. Nice. They have a little kind of little mall there. You're going in there and you're getting shoot your back to school special. Remember, Kelani. Nice. That's the account numbers at Cooperative Bank, Nexa Credit Union. Help out Kelly and Milan. I'm so accustomed to saying Melly. Right. Kelly and Melanie. Right? Yeah. Help them to help out Kelani. Nice. Right? Yes, that's Kelani, George.
For more information, contact WeNoiseTV at 929-445-4463. Or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. WeNoiseTV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand you can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. WeNoiseTV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact WeNoiseTV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Fitness Revolution 11 2025, 16 days of fun, fitness, laughter, energy. I just want to encourage everybody to come down to both Tantin, Old Trafford playing field, and Monroe's Grandans for our eventful fun, fitness, and giveaways. Fitness Revolution 11, one and all. See you there.
Yes, indeed, folks. And then, yeah, from our good friends at the new radio station broadcasting, yeah, they've got a bingo night that's taking place there. Yeah, one soca, $10,000 bingo night. Yeah, that's where you all up in New York and think they understand. Yeah, 2 ways of making the money here. So them people are getting trouble. We know your address. Yeah, the Mechanics Temple, that's at 65 Putnam Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. When is that taking place again? It's taking place on July the 26th, yeah? Jackpot prizes of $3,000 and the big prize of $10,000, open from 6 p.m. and games start at 8 p.m. Tickets only $40. And music by Master Mix Gus and hosted by Hercules. Yeah, Hercules are real bad calypso. Yeah, tap into Hercules and everything. So that is taking place there. All right, folks, 1473-440-7377. And remember, the NNP line, where is that one? Yeah, the NNP line information, I'm not seeing it. And there's also a meet and greet that I'm looking for. Oh, yeah, here they are. Nice there. So let me pull that one there and put that one there as well. Right, yes. So there is a meet and greet that is taking place on the 26th. Yeah, and let me see if I can. I'm trying to get this one up on the screen large, and it is not cooperating with me, folks. It is not cooperating with me at all. Yeah, so that is a meet and greet that is going to be taking place. Oh, here it is. Right. So that's a meet and greet with the political leader, the Honorable Emlyn Pear, organized by Mrs. Sonia Penny and Mr. J. Marisho. They've got drinks on sale, free food, prizes to be won. That is taking place on the 26th of July from 1:30 p.m. It's going to be at J. Marisho Residence in Belmont, St. Patrick, near to the estate. All are welcome. So that's going to be a nice meet and greet. It's going to be taking place on the 26th of July at J. Marisho Residence in Belmont, St. Patrick, near the estate. And of course, free food, but drinks on sale. It's a meet and greet for the Honorable Emlyn Pear, and it's being hosted by Mrs. Sonia Penny and Mr. J. Marisho. All right, nice. And also, just to let you all know as well, there is a Meet the Caretaker meeting. That is the Senator, the Honorable Nolan Cox. All right, so he's going to be at Gloria Adams Shop in Hillsborough. That is taking place tomorrow from 6:30 p.m. So those of you in Carriacou, I ain't going to tell you all from Petit Martinique come across them hours day. No. You know Senator Cox will come across and check you all. Nice? Yes, so that is taking place there 6:30 tomorrow at Gloria Adams Shop in Hillsborough. Meet the Caretaker. The Senator, the Honorable Nolan Cox, will be there. All right, yeah, so make sure all you go on out and all you meet Senator, the Honorable Nolan Cox. You know, take the opportunity, go and meet the man. All right, and let me give you all a little insight for those of you who hear about the barbecue, but you're wondering where the office day. Let me St. David, let me give you a little insight into where the office is and so. Nice? Yeah, nice.
The St. David's new National Party constituency office is open. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Wednesdays, you can meet Mrs. Nolene Thompson, our constituency caretaker, in office from 12 noon to 5 p.m. Come on in, share your concerns, your ideas, or just stop by to say hello. Together, let's build a stronger St. David's. The St. David's new National Party.
Yes, indeed. So, folks, yeah. So, for those of you in St. David, know that the office is open. And let's see it again. It's on Wednesdays. Wednesdays they could come in, yeah? Yeah.
Constituency office is open. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Wednesdays, you can meet Mrs. Nolene Thompson, our constituency caretaker, in office from 12 noon to 5 p.m. Come on in, share your concerns, your ideas, or just stop by to say hello. Together, let's build a stronger St. David's.
Yes, indeed, folks. So you know the date, you know the time, you know the location and thing. Head on out there and meet with Mrs. Nolene Thompson. All right. Again, 1473-440-7377. Yeah, they're cool trying to take me now. Behave yourself cool. Move from there. Yeah, 1473-440-7377. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside. Yes, you have to call us on WhatsApp. We just roughly have about 8 minutes remaining on tonight's program. Again, there are many issues that we need to speak about in our country. There are many people who have not slept comfortably in a year plus. Those people out there in Carriacou and Petit Martinique who are sleeping in tents, they have not been able to have a proper night's rest in over a year. I would think as a prime minister, if you have enough emotional intelligence, you would know that now is not the time for playing like you're the North Korean leader and to try to build that personality, that cult of personality around yourself. The dressing in white like if you're Uncle Gary or some pure soul and that kind of thing. And they're playing on the minds of people in relation to the way you dress and all. Yeah, that's nice and that's all well and good for you. But for the mothers that I know in Carriacou right now, where it's raining and they intend, they don't care. And it shows that you don't care about them because you're more interested in yourself. Me, the person, I could look in there, yeah, I look like Obama in shoot, you know. That kind of thing. And for your team around you not to even know that this is not the time for that kind of stupidness. Yes, I call it what it is. No, it's not the time for that kind of nonsense. Dotishness. No, it's not the time for that. The people who are out there in telescope that when the thunder roll, they jump, especially the elderly people, they jump because they're wondering now if it is another explosion and if this one going to take them out. The people up there who are not sure if you are going to continue moving unstable, explosive elements across where they are to bring it to that site. They're not sure if you could have trucks going down there with that thing still. If they see a vehicle coming down the road, now they're afraid. You have nothing to say to them. You ain't thinking about them and their emotions, their feelings, their sleepless nights, their emotional state. You ain't thinking about that. Good thing they have a good MP. She's thinking about it. Yeah? You're not studying the people in Cloger who are going through their challenges. You could make as much excuses as you want. Say as much as you want. At the end of the day, it is difficult for people in this country. We have a caller. Hello, good night.
Good night, Mr. Sheldon Scott, and good night to the Grenadian people.
The lovely Camille Teresa Scott. How are you doing?
Yes, how are you doing? I know you don't have much time, but
No,
Sheldon,
you go ahead. Yeah.
I just want to put in a little twist. The Grenadian people did not know this man, nor as Dick Mitchell, right? They didn't know this man. You don't know nothing about that man. The man just come out when he come out. And you all go and vote for him. That man never do nothing for Grenada more than in courthouse, fighting against poor people in Grenada, Carriacou and Betty Martin. All the cases he had is against poor people. You all go and vote that man in as a prime minister in Grenada. What you expect? He got to talk about what he going. He never do nothing for nobody in Grenada. They didn't know him. More than go in the courthouse and fight against poor people. Me and a young man was discussing that on my way home this afternoon. And I was shocked, a youth. Nobody, he never do nothing more than go in courthouse to fight. So people didn't know nothing about him. So yeah, right to talk about the white suit. You hear me?
You're
right to talk about
You're spot on.
He don't care about the road. He don't care about nobody else. Got people didn't know him. You go and vote for somebody. You know a man don't do nothing for this country. Nothing. Not one project. They could say they start from scratch for the time they're in office in Grenada, Carriacou, and Betty Martin. You change all the projects NNP had, you give it all your name, and are you walking gate. Hey, Grenada, something wrong with all you. So anything the Prime Minister Dick Mitchell do, he right, because all that put in there, I didn't know him. I didn't know that man. I did not know that man, so you're right to talk. I don't know. When you're talking day tonight, I turn off my TV because I don't want to watch that man. I did not know that man. I want to vote him there. I want to vote that man. The man fight against poor people in the courthouse. That's why people know him. So what you expect? What you expect? He don't know what to say. you have to talk about you are in nice clothes. Hey, Grenada.
That's his major achievement, it seems, for the year thus far, for the last few years.
Grenadans,
White clothes and
something wrong
slippers.
with all you. Look at how you treat Dr. Mitchell with all these years of hard work. All you take out your mouth, that has hurt my belly. That has hurt my belly, my belly. You don't do nothing for Grenada. That's what all you say. A bunch of hypocrites. So anything decent, do all you know, I got to take it. You don't see the flying, off thing again. Because the time here,
But he's
so you
out
want
now.
to fool are you?
He out now and I make a little trip Bahamas, I believe it is.
When he just getting up, is there in the air all the time. But right now, you could find him in Grenada. Hey, what are you calling me all kind of names, some of y'all? Are you writing all things? But I focus on that man from the time he takes office. Look at that case with that woman. We got in I think it was in Sotes. All you don't know that man. Are you going to vote somebody I don't know nothing about? Please, me a break. Take what all you get now. Talking about the white suit and what he wear. And this woman that interviewing in the like, please, something wrong with all you in Grenada. So you have to feel the weight of the rebel. Or you have to feel the weight of the rebel. Are you ashamed? A lot of you are ashamed. Bad mind. Are you ashamed? I want the first to declare when they call the election that the loser citizen Davids are rolling. Hey, that's the first seat asking Papa God. I don't ask nobody, God, to get rid of. You hear the lady say she never on the list? She said, so, the last year she voted, you go in America. So all you have to check, because they go try to take that next election, you know.
I have to
Them don't want to go no way.
Yeah.
They try to take that next election. Them don't want to live that nice life they live in there. Because they do they know. But Papa God, I don't talking to man. God I'm speaking to. God. Because Grenadians suffering. Grenadians suffering. Trying to fool young people now. And trying to tie up people head. Not my old head though. Not my old head. And the other, none of you tie up my old head. And I don't do me nothing in Grenada because I'm born here. I'm born in Grenada. And I have the right to speak. Because things is not right in this country. Have a good night, Grenada. Patty, Matthew, good night.
Yes, indeed.
Dr. Mitchell, where you is, I always tell you to take a bouncer. Because you're still working. You're still working. And I don't care what none of you say. I don't care what none of you listening in America, England, Canada. All you can put all your foot in Dr. Mitchell's shoe. That is a real man. Because he know where he come from. He don't pretend he nothing. He know where he come from. Poor background. That is why he love poor people. Peter David where you is taking good night. And Mr. Randena sword. All the Grenadians that love Grenada, good night. And them that in America, remember somebody writing all thing about people. Mr. Trump have a number. When you call it, they get in your basement. And you can't hide because they have children at Bondi and they're working with the American government. So you call me all them and some of them don't have nothing. They will deal with that because I'm calling the number where you is. So leave me alone. They're home. They can't send me no back at the Grenada. I have breadfruit, I have zabuka, I have block and pig, I have coconut. Don't matter them people thieving. The reason why they're keeping in Grenada now, it don't work. I get to, it don't make sense. Let them take it because they frustrated. So they set a teeth here in Grenada. Everybody complaining. So I don't worry. They take it, let them go. Because they're hungry. They're hungry. Have a good night, Grenada. That is Camille TV that Scott speaking. If I owe anybody, I will pay when I have money. Have a good night.
Good night, Cammy. You have a good one.
Good night, Mr. Scott. Yes. And try.
Oh, no. Sorry, Cammy. Sorry. I'm going to talk to you after. I'm going to get a call. What a way to end the night. But just before I go, folks, I just want to... Cammy, you know we love you. Just before I go, just want to let people know the after work line. Yeah, this one is going to be bigger than normal because remember, you've got all the folks that are coming in for Carnival. So it's the after work line Carnival edition. That's going to be taking place on the 31st of July, Thursday the 31st of July. Remember, the Friday is a holiday. So it's taking place the 31st of July, the Thursday, and it starts from 4 p.m. Free entry, good vibes only. Just remember, food and drinks will be on sale. That's at the new National Party headquarters in Tempe, St. George. So again, the After Work Line Carnival edition, and that's going to be on the 31st of July, and it's taking place at the new National Party headquarters. Folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. We've gone over by a couple minutes, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. In whatever you say and do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. Love each and every one of you. We'll be back tomorrow night with more Talking Points for you, and we will be having a guest on with us for part of the program tomorrow night as well.
In my father's house, there are many mansions. If it wasn't so, I would have told you. Oh, yeah. Walking in the footsteps of the Lord. I wake up in the morning, and before I eat my bread, brother man, I get on my knees and I give the praise. The day was not so moving, but before I go to bed, brother man, I get on my knees and I give the praise. 'Cause things could have been so different if you didn't love me. Love me. I say things could have been so very different if you didn't love me. Jah build my house, no man can break it down. Jah build my house, no man can break it down. I say Jah build my house, nobody can break it down. No man can break you down. Wicked people, make no sense, you try. Jah watch over right. Jah build my house. No man can break you down, no way. Jah build my house. Nobody can break you down, I say. Jah build it. Jah build my house. On solid rock I stand. Oh, my father, oh Lord, they can break it down. The weather keep on changing in a funny kind of way, but I get on my knees and I give the praise. When and what is coming, the weatherman can't say. Still I get on my knees and I give the praise. 'Cause things could have been so crucial if you didn't love me. Love me. I say things could have been so very brutal if you didn't love me. Jah build my house, no man can break it down. I say Jah build my house, nobody can break it down. Jah build my house, no man can break it down, no way. Jah build my house, nobody can break it down. Jealous people, stop your mama guy. Jah watch over right. Jah build my house, no man could break it down. I say Jah build my house, nobody can tear it down, no way. Jah build it, my father build my house. Oh Lord, on solid rock I stand. I try my best to live up and to do what Jah say. So I get on my knees and I give Jah praise. But the devil keep on setting guns and pieces in my way. Still I get on my knees and I give Jah praise. I know 3